Hi, I'm Laura Messer. I write about MLB at farnorthsider.com. Welcome to my very first video blog post. And today I'd like to talk about the World Series Hangover. Before I get started, I'd like to wish a happy 30th birthday to Chicago Cubs first baseman Anthony Rizzo. Happy birthday. Welcome to being old, Anthony. Now let's talk about the World Series Hangover. The World Series Hangover is real, folks. Now, a lot of this has to do with the fact that teams they get pretty tired going to the World Series. The pitchers use up a lot of bullets. So this happened in 2017 when Aroldis Chapman, who won the World Series with the Cubs in 2016, got off to a bad start in 2017 after he went back to the Yankees, and he blamed the Cubs and Joe Madden. Now, we could even see, even in Game 7 of the 2016 World Series, that Chapman was just totally out of bullets, and he was pretty lucky not to get walked off by Jason Kipnis. Now, I think the alternate universe where that did happen is probably pretty miserable for us Cubs fans, because then we still would not have a World Series title. So, Chapman was pretty lucky. And we saw that again in 2018 when after the Astros won the championship in 2017 and Dallas Keuchel said, "We're not the Cubs, we're going to win again." They were the Cubs because they did not win again. Oops. And finally this year we have the Boston Red Sox, who just ran away with everything in last year. And this year the pitching is not doing so well. Rick Porcello has like a 5.5 ERA. Chris Sale has posted the worst ERA of his career so far. He's about 4.6 as of this point in time. And Chris was the subject of a Beyond the Box Score post today talking about the problems with his changeup. So, Chris Sale has 4 pitches he usually uses: fastball, slider, changeup, and the sinker. He does not throw the sinker that much. And so the changeup is his third pitch. Now, they went over the differences in the movement and the velocity between his pitches from last year to this year. So his velocity is down, and he's just not getting as much spin on his pitches as he did before. And so they also looked at what's happening when hitters are able to make contact on his changeup. They're pretty much just teeing off on it. That doesn't mean they're teeing off on his changeup every time he throws it, but when they are able to make contact with it, they are hitting it a long ways. So the overall takeaway from that Beyond the Box Score post was that either he needs to clean up his changeup, or he can forget about being a starting pitcher, because you need to have at least 3 pitches to be a starting pitcher. If all he's got working is the fastball and the slider, he's pretty much going to need to go to the bullpen. I personally don't think that's too bad of an idea. They did use him during the World Series in relief. He did a good job. He struck out Manny Machado for the last out. So, why not? You know, they can try to find somebody else who can be more effective, because what's going on right now is not really helping them too much. And so anyway, the Red Sox at this point in time, they're forecast to have less than 12% odds of getting to the postseason this year, and have a less than 1% odds of being able to win the World Series again. I personally, that couldn't be happening to a better fan base, better group of people. Do not feel bad for the Boston fans at all. I do not feel bad for Chris Sale, because he is a giant man baby. He ended up getting traded to the Red Sox because when he was on the White Sox, they had a throwback uniform night. He didn't like the uniform. He thought he didn't feel comfortable in it. He didn't want to pitch in it. So he's like, "Fuck this, I don't want to wear this. I'm just going to cut up all the uniforms with some fucking scissors." And so the White Sox, they said, "Can't have anybody with that kind of attitude around. Goodbye." They got the good end of that because they got Yoan Moncada from the Red Sox for Chris Sale. Moncada is finally breaking out this year. Meanwhile, Chris Sale, he has a World Series ring, but now he seems to be out of bullets. Too bad, so sad. Anyway, that's all for today. Thanks for watching. Bye.